Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. This company, Aiuitio, reached out to me and asked me if I would be willing to take a look at their 6-piece socket organizer tray set, and I said absolutely, send them over. So here they are. Let's open them up and take a look. Little risky, they just ship it in this box like this, but it looks like we don't have any broken off studs or broken off pieces here. The top of my toolbox is really a mess, and I'm really excited about these. If you're like me, you've got a drawer full of sockets or all kinds of loose sockets in the toolbox, and this tray set should be perfect for me to help get that organized. You can see over here, I already took out the 1/4" metric and loaded that up with this Pittsburgh set from Harbor Freight. Nice little handy set, but the rails that these come on are super hard to pull off the socket. So this, I can already tell, is gonna work out great. Kind of makes me wish I did have a 5.5, a 4.5, and even a 15 in the 1/4". It only goes up to the 14. Now, of course, I've seen similar trays on Amazon, and these are very similar to the Hansen socket tray organizers that a lot of you may have seen already. It's also similar to the Harbor Freight that I do have, and I've got that loaded up with this socket set from Armstrong, and I've got it all the way from 1.25" down to 7/16. With the Harbor Freight version, the pegs are square at the base, which will fit the drive side of the socket. And here's the SAE, or the standard version, on this socket tray that I just got today. Also goes from 1.25" all the way down to 3/8. So the sizes are all the same, and of course I'm going to transfer these over here and see how they fit. This design is really designed to go upside down so that they'll fit all the way flush in the tray. That's how these are designed. There we go. I didn't put the 1/4" drive in upside down. That's why they're sitting up. So if I were to flip them over, the numbers will actually show through. So you see right there, I just flipped over the 14, and you can actually see the label here now with the 13 as well. So I just realized that I did these all wrong. Flip them all over real quick. Now, a few of the reviewers said that the 11 did not fit, and I'm having the exact same experience here. The 11, for whatever reason, doesn't fit flush all the way down. Not a big deal, and I could file that down, I guess, if I wanted to. And you can see right there, the 11 just won't fit all the way down. You can still see the number. It doesn't bother me. I'm going to leave it. We'll set those down. The big difference that I see is the labels and the numbering here. With the Harbor Freight, you don't really see that unless you kind of get down at an angle, because they're just on a vertical tab here in the middle. With this, it's already kind of angled towards you, and you can see each one of those. I'm going to go ahead and transfer these over to this rail, and this is probably how I will keep them now in the top of the toolbox. Has a few skips, it looks like. We do not have an 11 on this one. A lot of socket sets that I buy will have a lot of skips, and sometimes they'll have no skips at all. Just kind of depends on, you know, what I purchased back in the day. These Craftsman sets used to go on sale on Black Friday for like 10 bucks. I don't know what they sell for now, but I used to buy a lot of them just to have lots of extras. But I'm going to throw this away. I'm not going to use that anymore. Here again is a good example. This goes 10 and it has an 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then we end on an 18. I'd rather have the 19. But what I'll probably do is grab a couple other sets or pieces from other sets. Doing this as long as I have a lot of spare sockets or loose sockets, but I like the way that that is going to work. Now that's a lot easier to grab. You know, if you're working on a job, to just grab a socket, grab the socket that you need. You know, in this case, this will just stay at the top of my toolbox over here. I'm going to do the SAE or standard sockets here too. See, this just isn't a very convenient way to store sockets. Maybe on the road, that's fine. But this is pretty, you know, it's just plastic. It's really just how they're sold. But here we're starting with 7/8, 13/16. We might have some skips on this one. I'm not sure. Definitely not convenient to have to pull them out of cases like this. There we go. Oh, we have an issue here. Oh yeah, look at that. So has a little obstacle there. The hole in the 7/16 is much larger, and this one is a lot smaller. It looks like I'll either have to drill that out or something, but yeah, it's not fitting flush on there. Now that of course has nothing to do with these trays. That's the socket itself. Oh, come on. I'm not trying to make this look harder than it is. Now I do have some other to-go rails that I do use with some other socket sets that I've been picking up lately. A lot of those Kokan and Tone sockets. Really like those. Had to use my key to pop this 3/8 out of there. But there you go. The 3/8 shallow is drilled out enough, and that fits on there fine. I think I can drill that one out and we should be good to go. But that's pretty much it. I just kind of wanted to show you what these things look like. Like I mentioned earlier, depending on the set that you use, you may end up with some of these, you know, not being used, or in this case here, these impact sockets, well, it's 3/8 drive and it starts at 7. Here the tray starts at 6, so we would be good. We would just have one empty, but it goes all the way up to 22. And this tray only goes up to 20, so we would have 2 extra sockets kind of sitting on the side. So I'll probably just leave these in the tray here. Also, recently just picked up this mid-length impact from Capri, and that does start at 8. Doesn't have any skips and goes all the way up to 22 as well. So that also will not fit, but I'll probably get a rail for this. And on the rails, you can of course get those long enough to accommodate all the sockets that we need. This is definitely going to help me get organized. For the price, they're completely worth it. I just kind of wanted to be real transparent about the numbers and the range. So on the 1/4 inch, on the metric, we're going from 4.5 up to 15. On the standard, on the 1/4 inch, we're going from 3/16 up to 5/8. On the metric 3/8 drive goes from 6 to 20. And on the 3/8 drive standard, we're going from 1/4 up to 1 inch. And then on the standard 1/2 inch drive goes from 3/8 all the way up to 1/4, and 1/2 inch drive metric 10 to 27. I mean, that's going to cover you for most sizes and most sets of sockets. I'm happy with it. I'm definitely going to be using these. Now, I don't usually have standard sockets set up at the ready because I'm just not using them very much, even though I do have a couple classic cars, and of course that's all standard. Most everything that I work on today is metric, and I'll probably just keep these up with some of the other sockets and sets that I have. Not sure exactly how I'll set them up, but we'll make something happen. Let me take you over here to my little service cart just so you can see what this looks like. And of course it's a mess right now, so I have lots of sets on rails, lots of socket wrenches. I've got the Milwaukee ratchets kind of stacked in there too. A little embarrassing to show this looking like this, but I've had a lot of projects lately and just haven't been able to spend some time in here like I need to. But that's part of why I'm excited to do this quick little review, and really as soon as I shut the camera off, I'm gonna go work on that and try to get this organized. But that's pretty much it. Well, like I said, I have lots of sets and lots of sockets. Just found another 3/8 and it fits right down on there, so we're good to go. I hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. I'll get a link in the description where you can pick up these exact same socket organizer trays as well. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.